So first thing I should mention, a number of students have stuff to hand in. And not just stuff from the evolution unit. I mean, this is the last day of the evolution unit, so yes, at the end of today, you should hand in your evolution vocabulary list. It's a lower number of words. You only need 20 instead of 30. It was a shorter unit. You probably could still pull 30 out of there, but I mean, not a big deal if you don't. So yeah, like you said, you only need 20. And then there is the quiz. So you can do the bonus assignment as well, which is, we went over the presentation the other day, what's required, but you don't have to. So I'll leave it up to you. If you want to do it, it can be a bonus for you. And if you don't want to do it, that's also fine. So the most important thing is that you are done all of the assessments. So if you're coming into today and you don't have your plants presentation handed in, or you don't have your plants vocabulary list, you haven't done the plants quiz, or really any other assignment from the year, although most people are done the other stuff, almost everybody, that should be your absolute first priority today. Because I'm trying to determine here at the end who needs like desperate remedial help in order to still get this credit at the end of the semester, because this is the last day of class, guys. So please get what you need to hand in done first before you do any of the content from today. Okay? So that should be your primary priority here, is to get the stuff in that you need to get the credit for this course. As a secondary thing, before you do the evolution quiz, there is an evolution case study on Explore Learning. It's posted now, by the way, if you're looking for it. And what it is a case study. It walks you through a real life scenario where you would use knowledge of evolution in order to problem solve. So in this particular case, you are being positioned as a researcher for the CDC, for the Center for Disease Control in the US. And there is a new strain of bacteria that has become resistant to a particular antibiotic, which is evolution. That's evolution in action right there. Okay, so it walks you through. The beginning part gives you some vocabulary and stuff. Almost all of the vocabulary that you're going to find in this unit, you've already covered. So that's the whole point here. The idea is this is a review of the evolution unit before you write the quiz. So there is a little bit of new stuff here and there, but for the most part, it's review. And that is the intent of it. So it kind of walks you through. Every once in a while, it'll ask you about some decision making. What would you do here? And so there are sort of little quiz questions as you go through. And the idea being, it's testing your knowledge of the evolution unit. What have you learned in this unit? Okay. It does technically give you a mark at the end. This isn't summative. Okay. This is meant as a review. We could do this as a summative activity, but realistically, some of these questions are challenging. They are. They're asking you to sort of extend your understanding of evolution into this scenario, and I don't think it's really fair to use it as a summative assessment. So this is formative, okay? If you're going through this assessment and you're like, I don't recognize any of this terminology, I don't know what's going on here at all, problematic, okay? In that case, before you write that quiz at the end, drop in during Learning Block 3 or email me and let's have a Google Meet while you're working on this stuff, and let's chat about what you're missing, what you feel like you don't understand. If there's a term that you're like, I don't understand how this applies, I don't know what this is, we should talk about that before you write the quiz at the end. Otherwise, you might be running into some trouble. There is a little bit of new terminology, but to be perfectly honest, we've covered most of the stuff in this already. In terms of like evolutionary terminology, so like it's talking about selective pressures and things like that, things that we've covered. So anyway, you go through step by step, and then once you're done that, you submit it. I will look at them just to see how students are doing formatively. Okay, so like I'm not going to use this to calculate your mark, but it would be good to see how students are doing with it. And please, as you're going through, if you're having trouble, you're like, I don't understand what this is asking, I don't know what this is, I will be here now for the rest of the day, assuming that there is no another power outage, although things seem to have stabilized here. as my screen mirroring stops working. That was weird. So that's for learning block 1. Learning block 2 is set aside for, oh, I forgot to change the date on there. That shouldn't say November 10th. That was from last quad. The due date for this is today at midnight. Okay, so you got to get it in today if you're interested in doing the evolution summative presentation. Okay, it's got to be done by today at midnight. If you feel like you're not on track for today at midnight, guys, don't worry about it. You don't need to do this assignment. This is a bonus. So, like, don't kill yourself trying to get this in time. But if you'd like to, get it in. This is a hard deadline for this last one. Because it's a bonus assignment, like the Dropbox for it actually goes away after midnight tonight. I got to change the date on there, but it's midnight tonight. Because after that point, like, I got to mark these. I got to get your marks ready for the report card. I can't be like accepting these like Tuesday of next week when I have to hand in your report cards the next day. So there is a hard deadline on this one. I would say for learning block 2, again, if you want to work on the bonus assignment, that's awesome. But if you owe me anything at all, please don't do the bonus, okay? It's meant as an extra for students that have already completed everything. If you haven't completed everything, don't even look at this thing. Just get done what you need to get done in order to get the credit in this course, okay? Last quad, I had a few students that finished this, but still owed me like 2 other things. Why? I don't understand what you're thinking is there. Please don't do that, okay? I don't want anyone to get into trouble here. So I got to follow up with some students today that still owe me assignments. But today, other than trying to complete this online case study, which is, by the way, a great summary of the evolution unit. It's an applied case study that uses most of the knowledge from this unit. Please, if you need anything, I don't know where I was going with this. Let me know if you need anything. Okay. Anyway, the case study's posted. Please complete all the stuff you need to complete. I will be here the entire time. I can jump into a Google Meet with you. I will be in a Google Meet for all of Learning Block 3 as well. With regards to Monday and Tuesday, today, very shortly, on the content page, you will see another tab showing up at the bottom here. I just got to reveal it here, called Summative Days. There will be a Google Meet link in there. That is the link that you use if you want to visit me at any time during Monday or Tuesday. I think technically it's supposed to be like Monday is your block 1 class or your like A class, and then Tuesday's your B class or whatever, but I don't really care. Just come anytime, okay? I will have it open for both days. I will be marking assignments, and I will be preparing your report cards. Drop by anytime, okay? So I'll leave a link in there, and I will also post a survey in there, and that's the very, very brief closing survey for the course, asking you a couple questions about the course. If people could do that at some point on Monday and Tuesday, that's all that I'm asking. If you are done everything for the course, that is the only thing you need to do on Monday and Tuesday. It's just a 5-minute or less survey, and that's it. So if you're done all of your assignments, then you can just relax. There, you basically have 3 days then. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday's a PD day. You basically have 3 days just to get your head straight for the next quad, for quad 3. Okay, again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Again, apologies for delaying here on setting up. My hands are kind of tied here with the power outage, but will the slot for turning in the quiz close? No. So the quiz will remain open. If you could please make sure you complete the quiz by midnight tomorrow. Okay, that's midnight on Saturday. It doesn't disappear after midnight on Saturday, but after midnight on Saturday, like I've assembled your marks then for the report card, ideally, unless you're missing major assignments. So please, if you could get it done by midnight Saturday, that would be awesome. It doesn't disappear though. The only one that actually disappears is the bonus assignment. Because I'm not going to accept it after today at midnight. I can't add another thing to the plate at that point anymore. So, anyway, enough talking. I'll let you guys get to work, and I will see you at 11:05 for attendance for block 2, and then we can do some meditation. And oh, before we move on, really quickly, does anybody have any questions from the content from yesterday? So that would have been, let me just pull this up right here, day 21. I think we already did the first part here, 345, number 1 to 4. Does anybody have any questions from the video sheet? That was the, I'll pull it up right here. This the guided question sheet that goes along with the videos. This guy. Question D from video 5. How does collective learning provide a faster and more efficient model for change in our ancestors than simple evolution by natural selection? Okay, so collective learning, the idea of collective learning is the idea that we have a knowledge as a society, whether it be verbal, so that would be like storytelling and communicating skills from parent to child. It's sort of like this living body of information that's contained within a society. We know how to make... Oh, still not? Still not Fiacre? Like you literally tried just now? Did you try refreshing the Explore Learning window? That should be working. Why wouldn't that work? I see it there. Two students have already started it. So I think it is working. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students have started it. Try refreshing your classroom on Explore Learning. Any luck, Fiacre? Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to keep talking about this question, but let me know if it starts working for you. Anyway, so there's this body of information that humans are passing on from generation to generation, and that's outside of our genetics. For example, we as a culture, as a society, know how to produce microprocessors. Okay, I mean now we do, or we historically we knew how to make fire, or that kind of information. Allows a rapid change to occur. As soon as we, as a species, understand how to make fire, as soon as somebody in the culture understands how to make fire, we all know how to make fire. Like the information is shared culturally, and that's almost instantaneous. Okay, that cultural sharing happens very, very quickly, and now more than ever. Now that we have this, now with the internet, it's like basically instant. It's global, instant communication. But even historically, like we were able to share that information very quickly. Evolution requires, first of all, a random mutation to occur in order for a change to happen. And then it requires many generations of a pressure, a selective pressure acting on a population in order for that evolutionary change to reach the larger population. So, for example, let's say that there's a random mutation that causes higher intelligence in humans. Okay, in the next generation, there may be 1 or 2 people that have that mutation, or 1 person that has that mutation. And then in a subsequent generation, there might be 5, and in a subsequent generation, there's 8, and then in a subsequent generation, maybe there's 15, and then, you know, it could potentially be start becoming exponential. But many generations have to occur in order for that trait to become common in the population. And I'm talking about human evolution here, but this could be because social collective learning really only happens with humans. Although, to some extent, it actually does happen with other animals as well. Chimps are able to use tools, simple tools, and they do share that tool use information from generation to generation. A parent chimp will teach its children how to like use a stick and like put it in a termite mound and like use it to get termites. That's tool use. So humans have just taken that and like super upped the game on it. So in that way, collective learning is it's faster and more efficient because it can very quickly spread to all members of the entire population. Whereas natural selection needs many, many generations in order to have the same change become part of the larger population. So hopefully that answered your question. That's the answer to question D. No. Oh, sorry. Megan, yes, I had to think about what you meant for the assignment. Yes, I should mention that again, actually, really quickly too. Today, at some point today, there are no more homework questions for today. I should have mentioned that yesterday. There are no additional homework questions from today. So you should have a document for homework questions every day, and that you attach those to this assignment right here, the homework questions portfolio, and that goes in today. Sorry, I didn't understand immediately what you meant there. So that's got to come in. You know what? Do it now. Actually, everybody, you should be done all the homework questions at this point. Submit them now. In fact, that would be the first thing I would do today so that you don't forget to do it. I don't have to email everybody individually and say, did you do the homework? Did you do the homework? just submit them all right now. In fact, that should be the very first thing that you do. Pause the STEM case thing, hand in all of your homework for the semester. Okay? It's for learning skills, so I'm not formally assessing it as part of your grade, but I am using it to determine your independent work and your responsibility component on your report card, since there is no real way for me to observe you working at home. It's just so I can check to see, did you do the stuff? I am going to have a quick look at the formative quizzes as well, just to see if people are doing them. But the main thing that I'm using to determine the responsibility and independent work is the homework. So anyway, that goes in the homework questions portfolio. Thank you for asking about that, Megan. I appreciate the reminder. Fiacra, were you able to get that working? Only a video preview. You got to log into your account, your Explore Learning account. I don't think you're logged into your school account. It only says that there's a preview if you're not logged in. So when you click on it, there is a button that says Video Preview, and beside the button that says Video Preview, there's a button that says Launch. It's the Launch button is the one that you want. How do you log in? There should be a button in the top right-hand corner. In the top right-hand corner, does it say your name? If it says your name in the top right-hand corner, you're already logged in. By the way, for everybody else, I have nothing else to say here, so I'm just going to troubleshoot this with Fiacra, but you guys can keep working. No, don't worry about the video document. Just include the actual homework questions from the textbook. That's what I have in my log. Like I have spots for checking off each of the homework things from the semester. It's just the textbook homework that I'm going to look at. So don't worry about the video stuff from yesterday. Okay, so if it says your name, Fiacra, that means that you are logged in. So would you click on Oh, I wish I could see it from your perspective. I can't see the student view. I can only see my view. But I see the evolution STEM case, and then there should be a button beside it that says launch. Is there no launch? It works fine for me. What does it say? when you're looking at it? I wish I could see the student view here. I wonder if there's a way to turn student view on. I know it works, Fiacre, because a number of students are like a good ways into it already, have answered the first 3 or 4 questions. So, so it's definitely working. When you're looking at your Explore Learning Classroom, is there it should have a list of all of the apps available to you, like the gizmos, cell structure, digestive system, evolution, mutation, and selection. That's the last one that we did, and then evolution high school. That's the high school level of this STEM case, and beside each of them there should be a button that says launch. Again, that's what I see on my end. There is not. Is there any chance? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get out of this this live stream here, and I'm gonna post a link here in the live stream for a Google Meet real quick, and let's jump in. You can share your screen with me. Oh, you got in. It's working now? Okay, cool. All right, no worries then. Okay, guys, let me know if you need anything. Hey guys, so if you are here for the second half, if you could please let me know in the chat so I can check you off. Noticed I've gained a number of people that were missing the first time. Cool. Glad you guys were able to make it. As usual, if you're coming in late, just let me know in the chat. It'll be open all day. Okay, before we do our quick little meditation for today, quick reminder, if you haven't yet handed in the homework, that is the homework assignment for the quad, if that should be the first thing that you do. Just get it out of the way, attach all of your different homework documents. There is absolutely no need for you to go back and do any of the homework if you've missed it. The idea here is not that you go and do the homework. The idea is that you're just indicating to me what you have completed during the quad. Okay, so this is not meant to be an additional piece of work for you. It's just handing in what you've already completed. Okay, somebody asked the question about the video sheets that are kind of separate from the e-textbook homework. Don't worry about those. I'm only checking off specifically the textbook homework from each day. Okay, so that's what you're going to attach to that last assignment. That is the homework questions portfolio. Why is this not showing up? There we go. There we go. Okay. So you would just click on that, and then you're going to attach one document per unit. So, like some people have it as a single document for everything. That's not ideal, but if that's what you got, attach it. But please, maximum one document per unit. If you did it on paper, again, that's fine. You just take a picture, you insert it into the document. That's all you got to do. So, okay. Before we move on here, and some of you may not be done the case study. It does take about an hour and a bit to finish. Typically, it took me an hour and a bit. Does anybody have any questions from the case study? I like to think that it's fairly straightforward, but there are some questions in there that are definitely challenge questions. So. Okay. All right. Well, let me know. Just let me know in there if you come across anything. And again, just for the rest of the day, that's still true. So technically, I've set apart Learning Block 2 for people to work on the summative assignment. That is the evolution presentation, which is a bonus. I'll mention that again. It's a bonus assignment. You do not need to complete it. So if you are not done all of your other assignments or any of your other assignments, that should be your primary focus here first. So basically today is a tie-up day. I did it this way intentionally. It's not the most challenging content-filled day. And the idea here is that if you are missing anything, use this time effectively, get your stuff in, and then complete the course, guys. Potentially by the end of today, you could be completely done with biology. And then you could take a deep breath, relax, you're done. But if you're not, that's fine. I will say that if you are not done a major assignment by the end of tomorrow, so you are missing anything really, a vocabulary list, a presentation, not including the bonus, anything major, email me tomorrow, because we have to figure out a timeline for when I'm going to get stuff from you. I have spoken to a number of people that are working on catching up, but I need to know your timeline too, how things are going. Some people emailed me this morning. Actually, I got a whole bunch of emails with some questions and stuff. I'm still working on getting back to people. So if you haven't heard back from me, I'm not ignoring it. I promise. I haven't gotten to your email yet. The quiz is available, so you can write it at any time. It should be available. Let me double check to make sure it dropped. You can do the test tomorrow, so that's fine. By the end of the day tomorrow for the quiz is totally fine. The quizzes are a little bit easier because they auto mark, so I don't have to go through and mark them question by question. And so essentially on Sunday morning, I'm just going to go and collect the marks from the tests. So that's a little bit different than an assignment, because if you hand in the assignment late, that's like an extra, 15, 20 minutes of work that I have to do in order to assess the assignment that you've handed in. So that coming in late is a lot more problematic for me than the quiz. So the quiz, don't worry about it. You can definitely finish it by tomorrow midnight, and that's no issue for me whatsoever. The other thing I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, wait, I was gonna check to see if the quiz dropped properly. Let me just quickly check. Quiz evolution should be available. It says it's visible. I don't know if anybody's tried the quiz yet. It should be visible. Yeah, it says available 8:20 a.m. Yeah, so everything should be available for the quiz. If anything's not working for any reason, just don't be afraid to let me know in the chat, and I can fix that. The last thing I wanted to point out quickly here was that I've added this summative days tab. So you see it at the bottom right there, and it mentions the availability on Monday and Tuesday if you need it, if you're still working on stuff. So that is anytime on Monday and Tuesday between 8:20 and 2:05. I wrote with a short break for lunch. I'll eat lunch in there somebody. I don't know. I'll probably post something in the meet so that people can see that I've just popped out to eat something quickly. But anyway, I'll be online the entire time during both of those days. There's the Google Meet link. It's the same link for both days. And then at the bottom there is the survey. You could do the survey today if you wanted. Technically, you're supposed to do it during during those summative days, but you could do it right now. It'd take you 5 minutes. It's just a quick asking you some questions about how you found the course content in terms of difficulty, in terms of timing, things that you felt could support you better or could have supported you better. Most of this is forward looking. So the idea of it here is that just like I did with the survey earlier, I'm collecting data to try and figure out how I could potentially make the course better for the next squad. I would like to make it better. I know that this type of model, this distance learning model, is a struggle. It is, guys. This is not the best way to do education. I'm very well aware of that, and I know it's been tough for a lot of students. It requires a lot of focus on one course for a lot of time continuously, and it's just not the best way for people to learn. So, well, we're making the best of it. But any way I could improve it, I'd really like to do that. So, if you wouldn't mind, I would really appreciate it if you completed the survey at some point. Some of those questions on there are directly from the school, so they want me to ask the questions and kind of report on that stuff to the school. So anyway, some of them are my questions. It's all to improve my course, so that is the purpose of it. So that's available here on the last tab, summative days, and I don't really have anything else to say other than get your assignments done if you need to. If you have any questions about the case study, you're still working on that, please don't be afraid to ask them. And if you're interested, we are going to do 10 minutes of meditation now. So I'm going to switch over to that. Please let me know. Oh, here we go. Oh, doesn't always work right away. Yeah, just let me know if you need anything. You can mute this. Just skip it. It's for the next 10 minutes.
So as you just take a moment or two to get comfortable, just setting up the exercise with the eyes open. Without moving the eyes, make sure you can see the space around you, either side, above, below. And just maintaining a very soft focus. Just beginning with some big deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe out this time, just closing the eyes. allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Beginning to feel the weight of the body pressing down and different points of contact. Just settling into that space. And beginning to notice different sounds around you, just allowing those sounds to come and go. And bringing the attention back to the body now. Noticing any sense of heaviness or lightness in the body. Noticing if the body feels at all restless or perhaps particularly still right now. And then starting at the top of the head, just scanning down through the body, all the way down from head to toe. And as you become more aware of the body in general, starting to notice the breath, the movement of breath. Begin with just in a very general way, noticing which parts of the body move, that rising and falling sensation. And continuing to follow that movement. Beginning to notice each and every breath. Noticing if the breath's long or short. Following each in-breath and each out-breath. And as you continue to follow each breath, just to help maintain that focus, just counting the breaths as they pass, realizing when the mind's wandered each time, just returning to that sensation. So as soon as you realize the mind's wandered, just gently coming back to the breath each time. And now letting go of that focus, just for a moment, allowing the mind to be free. And as you bring the attention back to the body now, just coming back to that feeling of weight, of contact, coming back to the space around you, the sounds, the smells, just becoming more familiar, that space, the way you feel, posture. And then when you're ready, in your own time, you can just gently open the eyes again.
Hope that was restful for people. Okay, I'll be here. Let me know if you need anything. Get those assignments in. Good luck. Hey guys. I just wanted to say one last thing here before we sort of sign off for the quadmester, I guess. It's been a pleasure having you in the class. This has been a tough semester of class. I know for a lot of you, it's been a struggle. It's a lot of content in a little bit of time. And I think that most people have done tremendously well in this class. So congratulations to you for keeping up with it, working hard. I wanted to congratulate you on finishing. And I wanted to let you know, for those of you that are still working away, that I am here to support you still. So please let me know if you need anything. And I wanted to wish you luck in the next quad if you are done everything. I will try and get a mark summary out to you guys as soon as possible, as soon as I have all the final stuff marked for everybody. So you'll know exactly how you did on your report card. And yeah, I wanted to wish you luck. It's unfortunate I didn't get to know you better. That's a loss for me. But anyway, it was a pleasure. For those of you that I did get to know a little bit, it was a pleasure to meet you, to get to know you, and good luck. Stay healthy, guys. Take care of yourselves, and hopefully you found something in the course that you liked. Anyway, I will make sure I post in the messages when the marks are available.